It's like, nah. I don't know if I want to mesh this video because I got some more random ass ngl questions and I needed content. But I also wanted to kind of talk about some dreams that I've had. But yeah, I have my ngl link, I think somewhere on one of my social medias or one of my social media pages. So if you ever have any questions, it's like, I feel like I've answered some of these already, especially this first one, but it's asking for my zodiac sign, but they left out the zodiac part. But I'm pretty sure that's what's your sign mean. And I'm somebody that's into astrology, just a little bit, you know, like I'm okay with it. I'm not obsessed and I'm not into it. Like I don't write people off due to astrology, but I don't like not give an F, like, or know anything about anything. So I'm one of those people that like astrology. I've been kind of reading into it since I was like a teenager. It resonates a lot. All the placements and all the houses and all that stuff to me matters. The moon matters the most to me because I spend a lot of time alone. People's moon signs, like who they really are to the core, or that's how it's explained. But most people, when they're reading like surface level astrology, they are reading your sun sign, which is like your, you know, like your ego or like your tool in life. Like some people have the fire or the flame. Some people have like, they know how to control their emotions. Like they have this water. Some people, they are very mental, like they have the air. So it goes on like that. Earth signs, I fuck with you too. It's just, you know, I don't feel like going on. Anyway, I'm an Aries sun sign. And a lot of people don't guess that. I don't know why. I mean, actually, I do know why people don't guess that first. Because I'm really more introverted, and usually Aries are supposed to be like outgoing. I'm only outgoing towards people I'm comfortable with, or like towards like things and places that are more what I'm into. Like I like more chill settings. I like how partying and big loud fun sounds too, but I'm more of a like intimate-ish, one-on-one. Oh, this is cool to me. I'm actually pretty chill. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like I don't like to fight, but I feel like I would fight if I ever really had to. But like I'm talking like brawl. But other than that, I'm not very combative or like really naturally combative. I'm not like that. Like I'm not what's it called? Confrontational, because I also know that there's a lot of like traits about Aries like that. But I will say I'm impatient about certain things, and I will say I'm a little impulsive, and I will say I'm really passionate about things I'm passionate about, especially protecting my feelings or protecting my peace and all that jazz. I will get nice and loud and protective and beast mode over that. But otherwise, you know, I'm like a chill Aries. Most people guess that I'm like a Gemini or like a Scorpio or like a Virgo or something like not close to Aries. And I think it's because I have a Virgo rising, and according to astrology, your rising sign is how people perceive you. And no, I know I be in my head a lot and I overthink a lot, and I actually move a little fast. Like I'm quick on my feet in life. So like I can see why people would think I'm like a air sign, or like a Virgo or something, because I think Virgos and Geminis are like ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is like a very mental thing, like in the astrology world, if you give a damn about that stuff. Yeah, most people guess that I'm like some crybaby water sign, and I'm a crybaby fire sign. And some people think I'm like this like aloof air sign, and no, I care and I have feelings. I just like hide them until they blow up. But I have a Taurus moon, and I'm not gonna get into it, but just know I feel it a lot, and it's like my biggest enemy because it keeps me in my comfort zone, like overall. But anyway, that's my sign, and I'm into like deeper things than that. Like I'm into like Vedic astrology and all that, like the Eastern side. So basically like how they study it, and then that stuff be resonating with me more than the tropical astrology that most people follow. But you know, when people are kind of getting into it right now, you want to keep it surface level and like easy to understand, because most people have been scared of that shit. So trying to switch it up is just gonna have people confused and more like against it for real. So yeah, that's my sign, and that's like how I identify with it. Do you like someone right now? Do I like someone? You know what it is? I like what I like. So I like to be honest, and I like someone, but you know, like, you know, there's some things about people that you don't like sometimes. So you can really like someone, and then there's some things that just kind of throw you off. But like, I don't know, I have crushes, and like people that are like I've been attracted to in the past, but like I don't really like them, like, because I'm not like emotionally trying to attach to anyone, because it's scary to me. So yeah, no, I have like crushes and stuff, or I had crushes, and then, you know, you dibble and dabble, and then shit kind of goes like weird because people are on different pages. So that's the tea. But no, I like someone right now, but not everything about them. And I have crushes, but I don't think about those because it's just attraction. Like, that's really, I'm already hip. And then yeah, I try not to like people though, and not because I'm not a people person, or like not that I'm not interested in like dating or like romance. It's just I've had a weird history with that. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, like I be feeling like either I like someone too much or somebody likes me too much. I know the difference between being physically attracted to someone or like being interested, which is kind of in the middle of physical attraction and like they're interesting, and then like, oh no, I actually like this person, like I could see myself with them regardless of whether I'm physically attracted to them or not. And they could fall into physical attraction too, but this is more important to me anyway, like if I like someone, because that shit fades anyway. Also, for me to be with someone though, I really do have to like them and be physically attracted to them. So I'm not saying personality over looks or looks over personality. I'm just saying if I like someone, it's because I really like them. Like, I'm not like we click or get along. That's it. Would I go on a blind date? I guess. I don't know. I don't think I would like be turned up. I mean, I don't think I would say no to that, but I think I'm very expressive, and like my face will show what I'm thinking sometimes. So it's like, maybe if I don't see what I was expecting, I would be like, and they would probably take offense, but it's just because I low-key be painting pictures in my head of like how I want things to be with people sometimes, just a little bit, and I don't force anything either, but I paint this like little like valid fantasy sometimes if you're like talking to someone that you haven't seen before, or like you have this idea of someone that you like, and then you just think about times with them, like what it would be like. So it's all expectations, and like you're visualizing. So, you know, naturally, if you're on a blind date and you just don't get what you were expecting, you're gonna definitely probably freak them out, because they probably get into that in the first place, because I don't know, they probably like self-conscious, or they probably just don't want people to like them just for how they look, because sometimes it's not because they're self-conscious. Sometimes they know they look good, and people know that too. So, you know, people gotta see what's really real out here. So yeah, no, I would do it. It's just, I feel like I don't want to be coming off like some hippie, whimsical, butterflies and rainbows ass person. Like, you know, I don't know. Blind dates kind of scare me. Like things like those videos that I watch on YouTube about like dating, like when it's like the button, or when it's like the balloon popping game. I would never go on that show, because I think it really defeats the purpose of dating. Like, I guess people define dating differently. Like, some people just about that action. Like, they know they like what they see, and boom. Or some people are just like, no, but I'm thinking long term. Like, what about when the looks fade? Or like, some people like think about what they're trying to grow with and shit. But yeah, let me see. I don't know if I would do it like that though, like those routes, because it's not so much blind. I would actually rather be doing blind. I would rather do blind dating than pick between these couple of options with your human eyes and an impression and a quick judgment. Like, pass me the blind date, never mind. Because you can't get to know somebody based on how they dress up that one time for the one time. Or like how they are in that moment, that one moment, like, or even if it's a couple moments. You still don't get really know somebody until you've seen them in all their moments. So it's really my preference to do that blind dating thing, if nothing else, because you really get to know them and you're not really so focused on how they look, even though that is important too. It's just the least important to me. But yeah, those were the random questions, and since I dragged the video you know why I dragged the video. Watch. Sunday. Wait. Gotta be like... I wonder if I can really get it though. Hold on. Seems my chin is not all that after all. Gotta be like... Aren't you glad it's not that much? Like... Aren't you glad the video's not that long? So you know how we were just talking about astrology and how I'm into like all the extra placements and stuff. So I have a Pisces Mercury according to my chart, which is really, your Mercury is like how you perceive the world, how you communicate, yada yada. Ooh. And it's like your mind, like I'll just put it on the screen a little bit, basically, so I can make more sense if you're not into astrology. But basically, the traits of Piscean individuals is like that they're dreamy, and that they're intuitive, and sensitive, and keep swimming. That's also my sun sign in Vedic astrology. And I feel like all those things at the same time as Aries. So it's like, you know, they're pretty much close as so yeah. Oh yeah, and they're really good writers like Pisces. So I do feel that. Anyway, so I have like dreams sometimes, and my dreams are not on some random In-N-Out burger drive-through in a Mario go-kart with your friends wearing red shell hats, and like it's not like the sky flipped upside down and now it's purple and oranges are falling from the sky. It's not random like some NPC ass dreams. Like I be having like real dreams. Like I be seeing people in my dreams. Like I be having like conversations in my dreams, and it's like always like a real life setting. Like it's never been, I mean, when I was younger, I had like weirder dreams, obviously, like nightmares and stuff. That's because I used to eat sugar right before bed. But after that, you know, growing up, you know, you have real ass life, real ass dreams now. And some people, they stay having dumb dreams, or like they don't even remember the dreams. Me, I be having dreams, and I have to write them down. No, I write them down with as much detail as I can remember from them. And I don't know, they be doing that sometimes. But there was this one dream that I had in like March of this year, and it was like I was in someone's car. This person and I had a couple of like, I would say, good times. We haven't really gotten to know each other that deep much. And they actually texted me like the morning after this dream. But I had this dream, and I was in this person's car, and I was like in the backseat, like they were driving me around, like, or they picked me up like an Uber, and I was like, okay, I'll just let this setting continue. So this person turned back to me and said, "Are you good?" Like it was like we were running away from something. I was like, yeah. In the dream, and responding, and this dude saw some guy like running up to the car with his hand. His hand was like long and like in the car, like door. For some reason, this guy's car driver's seat door was not closed all the way. So this dude that was running to the car, and his hand slid inside the car. I don't know why, but this driver, this person that I've spent a little tiny amount of time with, like a handful of times, jacks open the door and slams it on this man's hand. That dream was so traumatizing because I was like, why? And then they took me to a party. And at this party, first of all, this is a dream, right? At this party, I see old high school friends, like kids that used to be in my 10th grade English class specifically. It was like checkpoint characters in my dream. Like, that's what those kids used to remind me of, like the smart kids in the class. And they always had the answer. They were a little more mature than everybody else. They were in my dream, like some Reading Rainbow shit. And they were all sitting at this party table. They were eating, and I was just looking around for what I wanted. I didn't want anything. And this person went upstairs, and then I went upstairs. No. I'm skipping a lot of the dream because a lot of the extra details don't matter. But anyway, they went upstairs because they could tell I was uncomfortable, and I went upstairs. When I went upstairs, I see Trippie Redd. I see Trippie Redd. And like a bunch of dudes, like music dudes, like people that make the beats and stuff, and they're his friends. And they were just like trying to nudge him to say something to me. And I was like, why is he here in this house and in this dream? And then I went to another room because I was shy, and they were acting shy. And then that person was in that room. They were like, no, go. I was like, okay. So then I guess the dream turned into some other shit. But eventually, it just seemed like this person was trying to get people away from me while trying to get away from some ex. And I was like, why are you dragging me into this? The rest is history, but that was a very vivid dream, and I don't want to get into the details, for real. And that's not the only time I had a dream with Trippie Redd in it, and some other rapper that's one of his friends, I guess. And one of those rappers followed me on Instagram a while ago, like when I was really showing interest in music. But I had a dream like that as well, like where I was backstage somewhere, and again they were acting shy, and I'm like, bro, you're playing with me because I know you're not more shy than me, and you're you. And no, they were shy. And I was like, oh my god. I say all this to say somebody's astrological sun sign is not all there is to them. Like, no, I have dreams, and I'm really like, I'm not a typical Aries. Okay, I don't know if there's a typical Aries, but I be having vivid ass dreams, and I be having real dreams too. Like when my mother passed away, I think I did talk about this in a tattoo video. I'm gonna try to insert that clip. But also, when she died, I had a dream right after she died that her left eye was like glowing, and she was like really, like, she got in the bed with me, like just to lay down, like innocently, like she just like, yeah, basically. And it was like, oh my gosh, she's visiting me, she's talking to me. Yeah, I have like dreams like that when I feel like I'm somewhere else, or like I'm having genuine, real ass conversations with people, or like it feels like I'm like there. So Oh yeah, I also seem to have dreams of like exes kind of like sitting there. Like recently I had this one dream of an ex of mine, and he just like was like staring at me while I was sleeping. And then I woke up in the dream and they got up and they left. Oh yeah, no, I had another dream. I have one more dream to talk about. And I don't know how to talk about this, but I used to live in an apartment complex. And there was this person that used to live upstairs. And maybe they did or maybe they didn't, but I feel like I would see this person like around the neighborhood sometimes. Anytime I would go outside for a walk or like to the store, I would see them with this backpack, or I would just see them like kind of like on the opposite side of the sidewalk. I mean, on the opposite side of the street, on like the same level as me. Like we're just walking at the same speed, or like I always catch them like basically following me, but not like giving creepy or like stalker. It's kind of giving like Wybie from Coraline, that type of shit. And it wasn't like every time I was outside, but it was often enough for me to say, okay, I don't know if this person lives above me or like what. But anyway, I would see this person and they were kind of like, I would say really alias AF. Like, they kind of had the same skin tone as me, and then like they were like not too tall but not too short. So I used to see that person, and then sometimes I would leave out my apartment and they would be sitting on the steps outside of the door on their laptop, and I would be like, are you following me or something? Like, or sometimes I would be in my apartment like alone, or maybe not alone, but I would feel like I'm walking around and somebody's like above me, following me around, like. But I'm not sure if that's the same person, but I just noticed those things. Like, it was kind of the same face and the same build, and like those weird things would happen. If I went to the bathroom to turn the shower on, I would hear the shower upstairs. If I went to the kitchen, I would hear somebody like the creaky floor upstairs, like following my steps. And I think one time I took a walk and I didn't close my apartment door all the way, but I came back and it was fine, but I think I saw them outside. So that day did creep me out. Anyway, I had a dream of this person one time. Like, and we were in a maze, like a whole maze, like some escape room type thing. Like, it was an indoor maze, but every room had some different like prize, and I don't know why. Person, if you're watching this, I swear I didn't do this. Like, we found this one room that had a bunch of snacks. Like rare snacks that you don't see. Like, you know when you go to another city and you see their arrangement of snacks, you're like, dang, why don't they have this variation in my zone? Anyway, we found a room of snacks, and we specifically like found like these like chocolate honey buns. I don't know how or where my mind was at, but this person got me through a maze, and we filled our bag with snacks, our book bags, and then we dipped, and I never saw him again. So yeah, I have very vivid, wild dreams, and it's not like they're random as fuck. It's just funny what my brain puts together from my life. Like, my subconscious puts all that into a movie for me. Like that. Like, what is that? What does that mean? Right? But anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk and listening to my weird dreams and listening to me answer questions.